Hello and welcome to Press TV News. This broadcast is coming to you live from Tehran. The U.S. government is reportedly building a vast domestic spying network to collect information on American citizens. A Washington Post investigation shows that the government is using the FBI, military criminal investigators, state homeland security offices, and local police to collect intelligence. The system is by far the largest and most technologically sophisticated in U.S. history. It'll collect, store, and analyze information about thousands of American citizens, many of whom have never been accused of any wrongdoing. Rights groups say the move opens the door to all kinds of abuses that could have serious impacts on civil liberties. Earlier this month, reports unveiled warrantless government spying with real-time tracking of everyday transactions by Americans. The so-called hot watch process can be used to spy on cell phones, credit card use, and flight ticket purchases. Now, Philip Giraldi is a former CIA officer joining me on the line from Washington. Many thanks for being with us. Well, the U.S. is launching its largest ever campaign to spy on civilians, which involves more than 4,000 agencies. What would remain of U.S. citizens' privacy?
Well, very little. This has been going on ever since 2001, and some might argue even before that. And what is happening is that these agencies at state level and local level are collecting huge amounts of information on every citizen. There are state agencies that are homeland security agencies that collect information independently. This even happens at county levels in the United States, where information about people and what they do and what their activities are is collected.
And some experts are saying that this new program would give more room for Israeli intelligence agencies to work in the United States, as intelligence sharing is a major part of this new program. Your thoughts, please, in this post-WikiLeaks world?
Well, actually, it's worse than that. It's worse than you're implying. What is happening is that many of these state agencies are actually Israeli companies that are working for the states. This happened recently in Pennsylvania, where it was an Israeli company that was collecting this kind of information on war protesters. And in the state of New Jersey, an Israeli was actually appointed as the Homeland Security Director for the state. So this penetration of American security by Israeli companies and Israeli individuals has been going on for some years.
Let me take you back to the Washington Post report once again. It says that the U.S. is importing techniques that have been applied in Iraq and Afghanistan to spy on Americans. Are we going to look at harsh methods, perhaps, being used against Americans?
Well, I don't see that yet taking place, but I think the danger here is that you have a right to privacy as a citizen in the United States or as a citizen in any country. And the fact is that the government has no right, when you have done nothing wrong, to be collecting information on you and compiling this information into a dossier. I think this is the real danger, because once you have that kind of information collected, you can do anything you want with it. You can intimidate people. You can say, well, you know, you're in debt because of your credit cards. You're doing this. You know, there are lots of ways the government can use this information to leverage this information to do things to private citizens that should not be done.
Thank you so much for your thoughts. Philip Giraldi, a former CIA officer, speaking with us on the line from Washington.